Hi everyone, it's Olga Zar. This is
Hello.
SEO Cash Flow. Number, what number is it? I don't remember even, but
Infinity.
yeah,
Yes.
totally. So today there is, of course, Myriam with me, and this is her show today. I think she's going to share with you what she has, and I think this is something you really want to learn more about. So, Myriam, how are you? What are you up to?
I came back from a month in Copenhagen, a visit to Brighton SEO and to Paris Web. It's been heavy duty in traveling, and I have arrived right on time to talk about basically what I have been up to this summer. So,
So
yeah.
tell me, what is it? I don't know. I want to learn all about it.
So, I don't know if you remember a few months back, I came to you asking you questions about your company, and I was like, it's for a thing, I'll tell you later. So later
Yeah,
is now. And you are one of the people that have been featured in the SE ranking, How to Promote Your Agency to Get Better Clients course. So
awesome.
it's a thing. It's a thing that happened thanks to SEO Cash Flow, I think, because the team reached out to me saying, "Hey, would you mind flying out to Lithuania to
Oh,
record course?"
nice. I am very happy to hear that. So the question is, how do you promote your SEO agency?
Well, I'm not going to give it all away, but there's multiple steps. And what I find really interesting is that most people think branding and promotion should be this superpower that you have. And you think that everybody else has it so easy, but you don't. And that's not the case.
Exactly.
Everyone works. You worked for what you have, right? Like it doesn't happen by magic.
Doesn't it?
Oh, crap. I'm not supposed to tell secrets. You're right. Okay. So for Olga, it happens by magic.
Yeah, I am the only exception.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So the it, the thing is, I really wanted this course to be realistic, be something that is useful to people. And when I say people that have SEO agencies, if you're a one person team, you can still be an SEO agency. Like it's a specific type of mindset, it's how you present yourself, it's how you go about your business. There's a nuance between, for example, a freelancer starting out in SEO
Uh huh.
land or in the industry and somebody starting out and going, yeah, but I'm building something here. Like there's a brand name to this, even if it's your own brand, mind you, but there's a brand I want to grow, and growing doesn't mean necessarily hiring 1,000 people. It just seems to me that when you say you're an agency, you maybe have a different approach. So clients that come to you and say, "Hey, do you have this, like insurance for the services you offer, for example? What's your cybersecurity policy?" Or these types of things that you're like, "Hey, I'm actually a business and I'm handling this. Like I'm
Mm-hmm.
figuring this out." So as
What's the
soon as you're
difference? Just sorry to
well,
interrupt, but let's talk about differences between an SEO freelancer and SEO agency. Even if both here and there are like a couple of people or just two people.
so for me, and people feel free to debate this with me. Like I'm open to it. Okay, I love conversation around this, but when you're an agency, you think more in terms of processes. What can I reuse? What is the onboarding experience like? What do I offer to people? Like, even if you're a one person operation, this could grow. This could be its own thing. This is an entity that is recognized beyond you as a technician. So the thing about us is that when you do SEO, you're a great technician. You're an expert. You know what you do. But what you do as soon as you become a freelancer is not just be a technician. You have to promote yourself, you have to sell your services, you have to do a lot of things like accounting, all of this. And once you do it in a way where people see you as part of a business, Once you start getting your first email saying, "Hey, are you hiring interns?" You're
Uh-huh.
not a freelancer anymore. Like you come across as a legit agency, okay? And I
I'm
think,
getting tons of such emails, but I'm not an
well,
agency.
you're not?
No, I don't think so. At least I have always considered myself an SEO consultant. I have worked agency side many times, many years,
Hmm.
but I think in many cases I want to differentiate myself, but not in the areas you just mentioned. Like I definitely have processes, I have like onboarding process, stuff like that. But in some
Hmm.
aspects I want to be different. But let's continue with
No,
your
I agree with
rants.
you. I agree with you. Here's why. You're building the anti-agency. So you're still an
Oh.
agency, but you're offering something different. So hear me out. The reason why we are a boutique agency is that we are smaller, maybe a bit more luxury, but we offer a different experience. If you like companies that do not have heavy overhead costs, we are here. Like, we don't need the same influx of leads. We don't need the same type of um, financial setup that bigger agencies have. That doesn't mean we're not an agency. As long as you are competing with other big name agencies for the same contracts, or if you're considered for those
Mm-hmm.
contracts, don't tell
Yeah.
me you're a freelancer because those clients are not hiring freelancers. They're hiring what they consider to be a very solid business that will not disappear tomorrow because they found a job that they like better. Like,
Okay.
to
So I am an agency in this respect, definitely.
yes, and you have your own brand. And what is the name of your agency?
SEO Sly.
Oh, so you do have a brand, and it's not just your name.
Yeah, it
Okay.
looks like it. Yeah.
So
It just dawned on me.
it's a weird one, right? And I think I think it's important to denote that as soon as you're starting to have these situations where you're like, "Hey, I'm not depending on one client. I'm not depending on a few friends passing on some work. I happen to be a well-known entity and people come to me, or I'm renowned for this and this." Very often, you will end up either collaborating with other people or building your own team. But at the end of the day, you are an agency, a real one. So, okay, I've gone
Hmm.
on this rant long enough. But the interesting thing about the course that was created, and it's based a lot on many talks that we've had together, is that I want this to make sense for people who are just starting out going, no, but I'm building my agency. Like, I'm a freelancer right now, but I'm building an agency. Okay, that's my goal. You will have people that woke up one day like you and are like, whew, this thing has grown. Like, we are an agency. Like, let's promote ourselves as such. What are the things that I'm doing differently? And I wanted it to also make sense to big agency people. So if you're working in a really big agency and you get told all the time, "Oh, we don't have time to do our own marketing. Oh, we don't have time to do that." I'm like, "Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do, and here's how it works. Here's the minimum viable marketing product you want." So
Tell me.
the issue with this is you have a lot of theory and a lot of people telling you, and there's this to consider and there's that, and you're like, okay, cool, so I gave you an hour of my time, and what next? Okay, like, I feel like I wasted an hour of my time. So I wanted something where you would have specific modules. I would take only an hour and 10 minutes of your time in different chunks. Depending on what you need, you can consult whichever module makes sense to you or all of them to make sure that you're covering all the basic stuff, but also the tangible stuff that people tell you about. So if I'm going to be telling you, for example, to brush your teeth, I'm going to explain to you why it's worth your time, not just tell you you have to do it. No. And the stuff that I've shared with many people, and I've seen that it works for different types of scenarios, situations, setups. So I'm hoping that this is going to be interesting to people.
Any
And
examples of what you are sharing there? Can you share something a little bit more, and then I will ask you about the details of the course, like
so,
how to enroll and stuff like that.
so the first bit that I have to share actually is that you have to create your own brand story. And a lot of brands don't do that. They're like, we're a thing. Yay. No, people buy what resonates with them. They buy the skills, but they buy the human attached to it, or they buy the approach attached to it. So when we talk about the brand story, the truth is many of us are thinking the hero of that story. No, no, you are the guide. Clients come to you because they need a guide to get stuff done. So why should they trust you as the guide to get that stuff done instead of someone else, instead of another brand? So you have to have a really solid brand story, and you need to have a really good selling point. And everybody is really heavy into case studies and statistics and like
Yeah,
plus 300%. The truth is, people don't remember statistics you will throw at them when you pitch or when they look for an agency. They will remember how they felt, they will remember something cool, they will remember the fact that the company's story would make sense in their stories. So, with this in mind, yeah, brand stories matter. And the first one I wanted to present was yours. So, you want to hear yours?
yeah. And the funny thing is, I have never created any case study like showing percentages. I just didn't really have time, energy, and idea for that. I just kept doing what I loved doing, and somehow the result was that I managed to build the brand. So tell me my brand story.
So, it's based on all of the questions that I asked you. Like, I really did the work to figure it out. And I think that once I tell you, like, it will make sense to you because it's the truth. It's an authentic story. And when you say you didn't have the time, it's because you were too focused on doing the stuff that mattered to you. You didn't necessarily
Totally.
see the return on investment on a case study when, whoa, there's so many things to be done. So
Exactly.
you opted to launch your own consultancy as a boutique agency. This means that it's a small scale operation with your life partner, who's also an SEO, that delivers high quality, high value strategic work. Because an agency doesn't have to be huge to be a success, right?
Totally.
So you built a great platform sharing your knowledge via your newsletter, your blog, your podcast. That's how I first heard of you actually. Like I stalked you for a while. Like those GSC articles, so good. Just so
Oh,
good.
so nice. Thanks. Okay,
So
so yeah, please go
I'm
ahead.
not done because remember, your brand story isn't really about you though. So for you, once you built this, your target was and has always been a client that sees SEO as an investment. And your in depth analysis can take up to 40 hours. That's a thing. You give your knowledge for free, but if you need specific help, they can hire you to get it done. So you're well known, you're trusted, and people who are ready to invest because they've covered the basics that you offer for free, they're willing to come to you when there's a big problem they can't handle, right?
Yeah, that's it looks like this is the way it is.
Yes. And I took a while because I'm a dramatic, but let's be honest. That's like what? Two small paragraphs, like four sentences, five sentences, done. It doesn't need to be fancy. It needs to make sense. It needs to be something that helps you explain who you are to people who are curious to know this.
Yeah, totally. So, how do I enroll on the course? Where do I find it? What do I need to do?
So it's number one, free. Free. Okay, this is
Awesome.
important. So it's free, and I really like this because it works. It makes sense to me. Like the offering that SE Ranking has when it comes to agency promotion, they have a pack, And this comes as a course that helps you understand, hey, here's what you should be doing. And then you can evaluate if their offer makes sense for you. Cool. So it doesn't have any quizzes. You don't need to answer any pop anything. You do get a certificate in the end with one of my very creative signatures, and it's an
Oh,
hour and 10 minutes. I know. Have you ever tried digitally signing? Oh my God.
yeah, I
It
have.
looks it looks like a ransom note. I love it. So if you want this, it's in the academy. So if you go to academy.seranking.com, you can look for the course. You just type in like promote agency, you should find it. If you don't see it, the course number is 3743. Yes, we're that specific.
Okay, so I will link it. This is probably already linked somewhere below. It is still a bit awkward for me to do that, but I have to keep doing that to be more like a YouTuber. So this is already
Oh,
linked. Yeah.
okay. So hold on, hold on. Let me do the dramatic below.
Oh, yeah, that's better. Way better than what I did. Yeah, because like I can just do it with one hand.
That's all we need, okay?
Yeah, yeah, totally, totally. Okay, so a free course, which is
Hmm.
awesome. We invite everyone to take part in it, and if I can also make a small plug here, I have also recently did something for free. I offered my SEO Google Looker Studio template, which is also for free.
Yes.
So basically, there are
Yes.
two free things from us. One is template, the other one is course.
And and just for the record, I saw this and I was like, when does she have time to get it all done? So I will go back to the brand story. Literally, you give your knowledge for free because that's what works for you. Like it's a good business model. And if people want to know how you do what you do, if that makes sense for them to do it, and how to actually get a handle on the promotion, attracting the right clients, figuring out your niche. This is the course for you. An hour and 10 minutes. And if you don't have an hour and 10 minutes, you can always consult one of the modules, not all of them. And if you don't even have time for this because your mind is in Looker Studio, once again, check out Olga's template.
Yeah, and my template is available for everyone who subscribes to my SEO newsletter. So that's the only trick to get it.
No, well, it's not just the only trick. Like if you want to sound smart and help your colleagues, don't hesitate to forward the newsletter and go, "Hey, if you want it, just sign up. It's right there."
Awesome. Awesome. Thanks. Thanks, Miriam. I feel very supported right now. So any final thoughts on the course and on promoting agency, like everything SEO?
I wish I could take the time to basically get everything out of this course and wrap it up in one sentence, but I can't. So, what I can say is sign up, enroll for the course, and do not hesitate to just come to my DMs and complain about stuff, going, hey, this is missing or that is missing. I love to receive feedback and actually like improve this. So, if for whatever reason you got success by doing the absolute opposite of what I'm saying, I want to hear all about it. Like, I want to learn.
And the same with my template. If you feel it could be improved, please tell me and I will try to release a new version probably in a couple of months or so.
So, yeah, it feels good to see you back. I see that your arm is going to take a little while, but it
Yeah.
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The web should be accessible enough. And if it's not, we will have a new topic to talk about
Yeah, I
when you're
think
there.
so. Definitely, definitely. Yeah. And we can also like give people tips on voice typing because I guess there may be more people in similar situations. So yeah,
Okay.
accessibility, yeah, definitely a topic for our
I
show.
I have to say a few things that will make people laugh. Okay, just a second. I was doing a presentation in Paris and they had live interpreters for people who were having auditory issues, and then they decided to switch to non-human machine.
Uh-huh.
And I said in French that I heard someone not that I heard, but I read someone's email and I was like, "Did you write this with ChatGPT?" And the person was like, "Yes." So I'm explaining the story and then I see people in the room start laughing, looking at the screen next to me. And it didn't understand chat. GPT, it understood pussycat, I
Oh,
farted.
yeah.
So
I have to be very careful with my emails right now because sometimes what comes out is very, it's like just
I
like
know,
that.
I know. So be careful, folks. Well, see you soon, Olga.
Yeah, see you everyone. And make sure to sign up for the course. Really, I am serious.
I hope it will be useful. Talk to
Yeah.
you soon.
Bye
Bye.
bye.